Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Hamashiach, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, RAWCHAA QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord will, this video is edifying. This is going to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, being in captivity in Babylon the Great, in the daughter of Babylon, which is America, under the hand of Edom, all right, under the hand of Esau, which is the so-called white man, okay, all right, and basically, YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is going to deliver us from America and gather us from the places where we were scattered, okay, and then, you know, the people who took us into captivity, the people who enslaved the Lord's people, they're going into slavery, they're going into captivity, all right, and we're going to get it in the scriptures, all right, and in prophecy, okay. So Lord will, this video is edifying. I'm gonna first bring out Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'm gonna drop down to verse 33, and it says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh by YAHAWASHI of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yea, a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. And the daughter of Babylon is another name for America, another name for mystery Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon." Okay, now what I want to do, I want to go up to verse 12 and read. It says, "Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for the Lord Yahweh had both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness." So the scriptures say, basically, Babylon dwelleth upon many waters. Now, where else can we find this? We can find this in the book of Revelation, where it speaks about what? The mystery daughter of Babylon, the mother of harlots, because once again, the daughter of Babylon, all right, is the same as mystery Babylon. All right, America is mystery Babylon. America is the daughter of Babylon. Okay, Revelation chapter 17, verse 1, it says, "And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." All right, it's saying the same thing from Jeremiah 51, "O thou that dwellest upon many waters." All right, and when you go into what the waters represent, verse 15, it says, "And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, and nations and tongues." All right, because America is known as what? A great melting pot. Okay, America is known as what? A great melting pot. And to prove that America is Babylon the Great, let's go search up melting pot. Melting pot definition. Melting pot. It says a place where different peoples, styles, theories, etc. are mixed together. It says, let me see. Melting pot versus salad bowl. It says a salad bowl, all right, the salad bowl theory basically calls for us to celebrate our diversity along with our oneness. But it says the melting pot theory requires that immigrants assimilate in order to become one common culture, American. Okay, all right, let's go here. The melting pot, the great American drama. You see, a Babylon the Great, America. Okay, America is Babylon. All right, it says a place where variety of peoples, cultures, and individuals assimilate into one cohesive whole. All right, so now let's go back to Revelation 17, and like the scriptures say, the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, which goes back to Jeremiah 51, Babylon, O thou that dwellest upon many waters. Okay, just linking up the daughter of Babylon and mystery Babylon the Great, showing you that it's speaking about the same place. All right, now let's go back and prove it even more. Let's go up to verse 7. It says, "Babylon had been the golden cup in the Lord YAHAWASHI's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad," and the wine represent what? Philosophies. So the series say the nations have drunken of her wine. What I want to go to is I want to go to back to Jeremiah, Revelation 17, and read verse 1 again. And it's going to get into that wine, which are what? Those philosophies. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Which goes back to what? Jeremiah 51. Babylon has been the golden cup in the Lord YAHAWASHI's hand, which made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her what? Her wine. You see? Because it's speaking about the same Babylon. Alright? The daughter Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great are both names for what? America. Okay? Now, let's go to what I want to do. Speaking about the daughter of Babylon, let's go to Jeremiah 50. Okay, let's go get it. Jeremiah 50. Let's go down to verse 42. Because once again, it's going to speak of what? The daughter of Babylon, America. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 42, it says, they shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses. Everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. There you go again. The daughter of Babylon. Mystery Babylon the Great. It's still speaking about America. Okay? But when you go up the verse 33, it says, thus said the Lord YAHAWAH of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. The children of Israel represent what? The northern kingdom, the kingdom of Israel. And it says the children of Judah, which is what? The southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah. It says we're oppressed together. Okay? And all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord YAHAWAH of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Okay? Now this proves that this Babylon that is speaking of is a different Babylon. That is America. Because when you go back to the Neo-Babylonian Empire with Nebuchadnezzar, Belshazzar, and their rulers, Nabonidus, and, when you go back to the Neo-Babylonian Empire, actually, Salakia for this background, wherever that noise is coming from. But, I'm pretty sure it's construction. But, the Northern Kingdom, which are you so-called Latinos, Hispanics, and Native American Seminole Indians, went into the Assyrian captivity. Okay? And then the scriptures go into how the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah, went into the Babylonian captivity. Okay? All right? But this Babylon that we're reading of in Jeremiah 50, both kingdoms, the southern and the northern kingdom, is in this Babylon. You see, they're not separate. They're both in this Babylon. That's because the Babylon that is speaking of is America. All right? And you Israelites, both kingdoms represent who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? And we're being oppressed by who? The so-called white man. All right? Which according to prophecy are who? The Edomites, the Esau. Okay, to prove that, because the daughter of Babylon is said to be ruled by who? Esau, Edom. Okay? Let's go to Psalms chapter 137, verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord YAHAWAH, the children of Edom, the Edomites, Esau, the so-called white man, and the dead Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that awarded thee as thou hast served us, man. You see, because the Edomites will be the people who will rule America, will rule this fourth beast. All right, this revived Roman Empire, America NATO and the EU. They ruled the ancient Roman Empire, right? Julius Caesar, Augustus Caesar, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, Global, etc. We're Edomites. All right. The Greeks, Alexander the Great, Ptolemy the first Soter, Seleucus, the first Nicator, Cassander, Lysimachus, Edomites. Philip the second of Macedon, Edomite. Philip the fifth of Macedon, Edomites. The Greeks, the Romans, Edomites. The people who rule the world today are Edomites. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Malachi 1:4. Edom shall be called the border of wickedness. You see? All right. Now that we got that, okay, I want to go to Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. All right. When you read this chapter, it's going into who? Let's read it. It says, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, saying, how hath the oppressor ceased? You see? Who's the king of Babylon? Who's the king of America? Esau, the so-called white man. Okay? All right? It says, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. What's the golden city? America. Okay? All right? Babylon the great city. All right? Verse 5, the Lord Yahweh had broken the staff of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right? And the scepter of the rulers. And come, man. And this is the chapter that goes into O Lucifer, which is basically a title for Esau. All right? It's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? Because Lucifer, actually, that's for another lesson. Okay? But to get back on point, verse 1, it says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. The strangers are the Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, and the people shall take them. And who's the them? The them represent the heathen. Okay? The heathen. All right? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them. When you possess something, basically you have ownership of it. Okay? And that's what's going to happen. We're going to own, all right, Esau. We're going to be lords over Esau and these heathens. Okay? It says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids, which are basically, they're going to be our slaves, man. Okay? It says, and they shall take them captives. You see? We're going to take Esau, Edom, and the heathen captives. Okay? It says whose captives they were, because we're captives. You see? We're in captivity. We're being... All right, Salakia. Okay, but I'm back. All right, now, Salakia for the background, too. All right, I guess they're doing some construction. But it says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And this is what's going to come to pass. All right? Okay? This is what's going to come to pass. The nation of Israel is going to rule over their oppressors. Okay? And now, let's go to another verse. Revelation 13, verse 10. The New Testament, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? Did not Esau, all right, lead our people into captivity, take our nation into captivity, into slavery, oppressed our people? All right? Now they're going to go into captivity. You see? All right? It says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience. You see that? And when you patiently wait, and basically you're suffering. Okay? All right? You being patient, you're suffering, man. You're enduring. Okay? It says, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. You see that? All right? Because the people that's waiting on these prophecies to come to pass are who? Us Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? Let me read again. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. We're the only people that's waiting for the people who took us into captivity to go into captivity, man. All right? Because the true saints are the Israelites. Psalms 149 and Psalms 148, if I'm not mistaken, verse 15. Okay? The saints are the children of Israel. Okay? Now let's go to Lamentation chapter 4, verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, the Edomites, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. You see? Because the nation of Israel, we had to drink of the cup of slavery, the cup of captivity, the cup of oppression. You see? But now these devils, these Edomites, they're finna have to drink of that cup, man. All right? They're finna be oppressed. They're finna go into slavery, into captivity. You see? All right? Let's go read about it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." It says, "Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken," which is who? The nation of Israel, man. We were the ones that drunk of that cup. Okay? They whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. We were the Lord's chosen people. We were the nation of Israel. The Lord gave us, all right, the covenant, the law, statute, commandments. But we went into captivity, man. All right? The Lord's own people went into captivity, slavery, oppression. You see? All right? All right? But what the scriptures say? The scriptures say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But the Lord sent Jacob into captivity. The scriptures say, who gave Jacob for his spoil and Israel to the robbers? Roughly paraphrasing, did not the Lord Yahweh, against whom we have sinned? You know? All right? The Lord's own people drunk of that cup. All right? But you're going to have these devils, these Edomites. They think they're not going to go into slavery. They think they're not going to drink of the cup. All right? It says, "And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." You devils are going to drink of that cup too. That cup, Slakia, that cup of slavery, that cup of oppression, you know? Okay? These devils are going to go into captivity, man. All right? And there's nothing they could do. All right? And let's prove that. All right? Because the scriptures speak about the judgment written. All right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 149. All right? Okay? These things are written. Esau going into slavery, that's written. Okay? The heathens going into captivity, that's written. The judgment that's coming upon the heathen and Esau, that's written. And these things will come to pass. Okay? It says, "Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints." Okay? Let Israel, all right, because that's who the saints are, the Israelites. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let they praise his name in the dance and sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord Yahweh take a pleasure in his people, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance. You see that? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains. You see that? All right, the nobility of Edom, they're going into slavery, man. These elites, you know, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, so on and so forth. It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written, man. Okay? The judgment written. Dishonor have all his saints. You see that? Dishonor have all his saints. You see? But you got the rest of this world saying no, slavery is bad. All right? You preaching hate, you know? But the scriptures say, all right, they're going into captivity, man. And the scriptures say this is the honor of all his saints. I will dishonor have all his saints, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? It says, praise ye the Lord, Yahawah YAHAWASHI. All right? This is what's going to come to pass, man. All right? Let me get this verse. Jeremiah 30, verse 16, it says, Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, all right? Adversaries meaning what? Foes, enemies, okay? Every one of them shall go into captivity, man. You cannot get around it. It's written, okay? And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay, so come, man. Head back to Lamentations. Read this last verse, then I can close it out. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Right. The reason we were sent into captivity into the hands of Edom, been oppressed in America, all right, because of what? Our iniquity. This was punishment, okay? It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, man. You see? So really, that's the point. Lord will, this video is edifying. I'm going to close it out, getting infinite praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, hamashiach, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, RAWCHAA QADASH. Double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, and Lord will, this video is edifying.